bot lane will be on paper with LM's Pantheon yet again. Very, very defensive options that you look for in both the top and bottom lane. We have this Pantheon pick. LM's been fantastic on it so far. And we'll see how this mid lane matchup goes. Again, if Faker can actually get that edge once more, then suddenly this Jarvan pick doesn't seem like it could be as oppressive anymore. You can see a lot of roam from Faker early on into the bot lane. So very, very curious to see how this one goes. It does feel like, though, it's a very slightly different version of what we've already seen in Game 1.
Yep, does feel like that. So curious to see if Gen.G can make it a bit more competitive this time around. Or will T1 get ahead and push their poke onto Gen.G? We will find out who is going to take the win in this series here as we move on.
So knew that Clid was not going to be in this part of the jungle. It was actually in bot side. And he gets the scuttle, but LM is here.
Here we go, flash on in, one combo, can they do it? The last auto is not enough, LM tries to tank it up, and we have the speed boost coming in now. Execute damage, that does come from this pick. Now, Kana doesn't have any summoner.
Yeah, he does not.
And the Camille, very consistent with the stun. Here it comes, the spear a little bit to the side there, but Kana, I believe, should still be run down here. We'll see if they do have the damage as the spear comes out. Clid should have this lead, and there it is. Clid picks up the kill.
Damage here. More importantly, what's happening in live BDD?
Just gonna get flashed on, but the exhaust is there. They still have the damage as Ruler.
Meanwhile, Kana being very aggressive again. Clid is rotating back up, so see if we see once again.
This is rough for Kana. He's gonna try to turn it onto Rascal. Here comes the Pantheon Light, desperately trying to get on in there with the Ignite, and he will pick up the kill, but LM did also take out his jungle opponent. Now we got a little bit of a 1-on-3 here. LM pushing the issue a little bit too far. BDD, though, with no ultimate. Gonna take a little bit to take him down, but they do eventually pick up the kill.
Caster Blessing on this
flash. No flash this time for Keria.
Oh, the hook!
Okay, there we go. Hook is going to land, but we do have the Fate's Call coming in. Ruler looking to potentially counter-engage, but the sleep on the life, he throws himself in to the danger. Pretty nice.
Yeah.
At least T1 have Kana up in the top side.
I mean, that's what you trade for this. We are going to see a teleport coming through here for BDD. Wants to actually grab a kill, and he will be able to interrupt this.
Okay, well...
Super low on
He's going to dodge. LM just going for what was right in front of him. As they're going to be looking for a dive here. We got Pantheon looking for that angle. Rascal takes the right one. He is going to flash south away from the Pantheon with a flash over the wall. Exec Ultimatum looking to buy some time. Rascal getting that speed up. The trouble bubble is going to miss. But at the end of the day, I feel like there's a lot more onus on Gen.G to try to force fights and engages. And if they don't have it, it might not go their way. As we're looking to just burst down Rascal, LM, the Ninja Pantheon. They were not expecting that.
Can push turrets down very quickly. Can push. Hold that thought.
Keria getting the insta-cleanse, but he's got to be careful. You know, the Callista is incredibly strong, and it's to enable your engage, and you just lost a big one right there. Keria, though, I'm not sure about this. Hope he's got a stopwatch. Looks like he's got absolutely nothing, but still the first damage coming out onto Clid is massive. Looking to turn it now onto Kana, who's kind of caught here all alone. The gameplay button out of the Syndra is going to just burst him down. This is going to immediately create that 4-on-3. You see Faker and Gunyusi trying to just shell at them from the backline, and LM surviving for an incredibly long time. Low health bars here on the side of Gen.G. An incredibly close skirmish as Faker gonna get stunned down by BDD. In the backline here, 1v4 is eventually gonna get taken out, but at least he takes BDD with him.
Pantheon doesn't feel so great anymore because, you know, when you're setting up stuff like this, you can get isolated.
Oh boy.
You're the front line.
Yeah, he's got a shield, but that's not gonna save him against 5 members. As okay, Faker, he's angry. That's gonna set up the kill. Kana comes in, and that's that alley-oop that you can get sometimes with Jace Zoe.
Almost 100 CS down. Teleport coming in. Ooh, great lantern. Goodbye.
Gunyusi, a little bit in an awkward spot here. Has to fight straight up against Ruler. Ruler, thankfully for Gunyusi, gets outnumbered and he has to back away. As
see a rotation here towards the Baron. They have complete vision control of this. T1 do not know. And this has been a big problem. And if Pantheon goes to check vision, he might just die. So LM is scared to check. And they're just going to sneak this Baron away, Valdez. Freebie.
Absolutely. He got all the Ren set he needs. The smite comes in, and now they're looking to turn it around, trying to get on top of that, but they gotta be careful about running straight into Gen G with the Baron buff. Elm gets picked off, and they say, well, we can't fight this anymore. They're too strong right now.
Really, really a good thing that you mentioned is we are going to see Keria be extremely aggressive here. Not going to find anything. This is actually really risky.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Lid, what is going on? Why are you there? That might just be the key that T1 needed. We're not going to see that hook land, but already 2 kills, and Elam has found backline access. Now, he's alone, as Rascal is going to be alone as well. Elam going to just try to survive. Will dodge his teammate's lantern and die. So,
to try to poke them down and chase them. A sleep does go off onto life here. So much burst damage, but he's going to survive. This could be the go button here. They're going in.
All right, Ellen is going to get engaged upon Life, the only one. A 3-man play coming in from Keria, but he gets burst down immediately as Life is going to engage. The double knockup with the flag and drag is massive, and now Gumayusi all alone trying to 200 years. He is not going to be able to. Gen G, they find the engage that they were looking for. Life smurfs it so hard in this team fight, and they might just be able to push it in the game.
You know what I said earlier when I said, look, this team fight they had on Drake way earlier, where I said it shows that functionally this team can fight. It's so difficult to execute. The CC they have is hard to actually pull off, but Life pulls it off in a phenomenal last hope fight here for Gen G to close this one out early. Pulls it off here, and they are going to wipe T1 and close this series out. But what a phenomenal game played by both sides. Vision control, though, beautiful for Gen G, executing in the early game, the Callista control. That was partially, in fact, to Life. As you can take a look at the post-game stats here and how much damage we did see in the bot lane for Ruler. But Life having that clutch moment that actually wins the game and closes it out in the Supreme late game, I mean, that's enough for me for Pog right there. Even if he had fed in the early game, I probably would have given it to him for making that one extremely good play at the very end.
Sometimes it comes down to just one super play, and I think it was the both of them once again, Ruler and Life. High-fiving there for the victory. They make it happen. Life with an unbelievable mechanical showing in that last fight with so much pressure on him. Not losing a beat, and you can try to ban out his set, you can try to take away the Gragas, other picks to go with that Callista, but Gen G said, okay.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jason back with the Analyst Desk translation, and Gen G was able to turn the series around and closed out the series with a phenomenal victory. Even though T1 locked in Aphelios and Thresh, they still had J4 to lock in. Well, J4 actually gets countered by the Lantern of Thresh, so it was really hard to expect that they're going to repeat the same comp, but Life's J4 was something different. And T1 added Jace to the top side, the Pantheon path from the bottom lane to the top lane, so they wanted to kind of boost the power of Jace. And however, Gen G was able to execute better play in this game. T1 had poke comp. So poke comp, they have to scale well. And Jace was able to get fed up with the power of Pantheon, but they were not able to actually utilize their strength of poke damage in teamfights. Jace was having a lead in the laning phase up against Camille. So Camille was having a hard time in the early phase, but Clid came up with the perfect setup. So Pantheon had to the Raptor camp, but he got spotted by the ward of BDD. So he clears the camp over here, and on his way out, he once again gets spotted. So Gen G had this information that he'll be rotating down to the Grump or the Wolf camp on the blue side. Clid was dodging all those visions on the side of blue team possible, and he had good reason to gank top. Jace also had good reason to kind of keep adding pressure, walking straight to the turret, but Clid find the perfectly timed gank to the top lane. It was very clear for Gen G that Pantheon would be in a far proximity at that point of the game. and Jace could not accelerate his lead after that gank because Camille was able to come back online as well. Genji also, at that point of the game, was able to shut down Jace with a lot of gold in his pocket. But at the same time, the true power of Genji was actually located on the downside of the map. So at this point of the game, well, Genji was able to force the flash out of Thresh, and Jace was on his way back to group up. And because Jace had so much priority in the side lanes, T1 wanted to open fights and force teamfight out of Genji, but the answer back from Genji was on point. Because they had their Thresh falling down first, Genji was able to outnumber the opponent, but Pantheon at the same time was able to show a huge amount of resistance at this fight, but he was not able to close out the kills. T1 was so close to turn this fight around, but at the same time, Genji was also showing off great mechanics. Ruler and Life was showing their power with the pocket pick, so let's check out who's gonna pick up the POG. And it's gonna be Life again, once again, back on the J4 pick for 2 games in a row. And Gorilla, as a professional player, knows the pride the player can feel after having a phenomenal game by himself. Perfect back up from Life here. Meanwhile, Thresh was actually coming back from its base, and Ruler and Life was dominating the lane, so J4 was able to exert his control all around the map. And we had a fantastic combo coming out from J4. He went in with his ultimate and he bought some time with his stopwatch and flag and drag and flash airborne 2 opponents. This is just the picture perfect game that a J4 player can do. Everything that J4 can do together with Kalista. Finally, a unanimous vote over to Life, the support player on the side of Genji. So Life picked up 200 POG points in this series now.